Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am so happy you braved the cold. We were planning to have a bomb cyclone this weekend, so we were nervous what was going to happen. I don't think that's happening anymore, but you all are definitely the bomb in here tonight. That's going to be my last weather-related pun for the evening. But I want to thank you. And I think we have a number of folks who may be joining us dealing with traffic, but we had 288 RSVPs for this evening, and I only had 188 seats, so I was counting on the weather. But I'm glad you all made it, and hello to everyone who is online this evening. We are live streaming for any of your family and friends who couldn't make it, or some of our members who wanted to watch if they weren't able to make it this evening. So again, good evening, and thank you for joining us. We want to welcome you to the Alpha 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 Honor Society ceremony. This is the fourth year we are inducting students into the National First Generation Honor Society at Salem State University. Over the last several years, we have welcomed over 300 members to this organization. And this year, we welcome 101 new students, in addition to faculty and staff, and are extremely excited to celebrate your academic achievement, as well as the fact that you are trailblazers, shattering the educational ceiling as you rise. My name is Matthew Chetnick. I probably should have said that. I'm the Assistant Director for Student Success and the First Year Experience and a Tri Alpha co-advisor. As a first-generation college student myself, I fully understand how momentous this accomplishment is. I too faced many challenges navigating college. My immediate family didn't support my journey to get a degree. They didn't understand the purpose or the importance of higher education and the impact that research shows a college degree can have on your future, both in terms of increased earnings and opportunities. My grandparents, however, were proud as proud can be, and many of you may have heard me tell stories at other events about my grandmother. I don't often talk about my grandfather, someone who I had a unique relationship with, mainly due to some addiction issues that he battled throughout his life. We had ups and downs, valleys and peaks, but he always held a deep pride for every one of my accomplishments. As I approached senior year of high school, getting ready to go to college, it became very important to him that I had a class ring. Back in those days, the 80s, for any of you who know what those are, it was a thing, albeit a very expensive thing, especially for someone like me who grew up in a low-income environment. Due to the challenges I mentioned, he only worked where and when he could, mowing lawns for someone, doing some painting, hauling rubbish out of houses. Throughout that, though, he managed to put aside money here and there to afford purchasing my high school ring right before I graduated. Got it right here. During my senior year of college, he then also insisted on buying me a college ring. Right here, silver for high school, gold for college. Now, I don't wear either ring very often, mainly because no one told me as metal gets older, it shrinks. This is a physics problem that some of you may be able to tell me. It's very strange. Some of you may know what that's like. But still, I hold them close with me to remind me. The ring is a symbol, and symbols are important in our lives. They represent moments and memories. They inspire us to reflect and find inspiration when things around us may bring us down. Despite the valleys that we experienced, I look at this ring and I'm reminded of the love he did have for me, of the pride he felt at me accomplishing something our family hadn't ever done before, of the sacrifices he made to buy me this symbol of my high school and college experiences, of the hard work, the challenging the semesters that I know you know about, the struggles I had to get to that college degree. Those are the peaks that keep me moving forward. These rings matter more than just adornments on a finger. It reminds me that the struggle and the journey were worth it in so many more ways than just the diploma. Today, you're going to receive symbols of what it means to be a first-generation student. Let them serve you as reminders of your determination, your grit, your perseverance, and your brilliance. Of the peaks and of the valleys, each has made you stronger. You have shown that you have what it takes to be successful in your chosen endeavor. And as a member of Tri Alpha, you join a community of other first-generation students here on campus and across the country who are here to support and motivate you. I'm proud to identify with you as a first-gen student. Welcome again to Tri Alpha, and congratulations on this tremendous achievement. Thank you. Speaking of peaks, I'm honored to welcome one of the peaks at Salem State University, President John Keenan, who's here to bring you greetings. President Keenan?
Thank you, Matthew, and for you and your entire team for the leadership that you provide with this Outstanding program. Thank you. I'm not sure exactly what a peak means, but I'll take that as a compliment, I guess, right? That's a good thing. So congratulations and welcome, everybody. It's truly an honor to be here. This is a special evening for all of you, I know, but for us as well. Not everybody knows, and I don't think there are many campuses, colleges across the Commonwealth or even the country that have an entire leadership team of first-gen leaders, and I am one of them. Like many of you, like 60% of our students here at Salem State, neither of my parents went to college. My mother left high school early to raise a family. My dad worked in the local leather factory, Flintan, for anybody who is familiar with Salem. So it's a special event tonight for us to celebrate with you. I will tell you as well, I would admit, I was not as successful as you at the beginning of my college career. In fact, my very first exam, the provost and I went to college together. My very first college exam, I got a 23. Now, on a scale, that was actually a C minus. But that was a tough way to start. I generally put an asterisk on my first gen because I was fortunate to have an older brother and an older sister who went to college. My sister got a 2-year degree, and then she came here and got her nurse's degree after that. She's a proud alum. And then my brother went straight to a 4-year. But I had them to at least lean on when I got to college, and I also had community members. So from all of us on the senior team, you're going to hear from Provost Silver in a little bit. Bonnie Galinsky, who's our Vice President of Student Success, this is what her job is all about, right? Making sure that you're successful. This is very meaningful to all of us because of that. A couple of things that I'll leave with you, and again, I know you get it from our team. Couple of things is, number one, civic engagement. We are extremely proud to be the Commonwealth Civic Engagement University, and I hope you know what that means. It's not just being an outstanding student in your academics, but it's also being an engaged citizen. And hopefully some of the tools you'll take from here are meaningful in that regard as well. We expect you to be a good citizen. Doesn't mean you have to run for office like the Lieutenant Governor, who is a Viking, but it does mean we hope that you'll be engaged. It's something we're extremely proud of. The other thing that I think you're probably aware of because you're in this room tonight, and that is making connections, right? Feeling like you belong on campus. For me, believe it or not, the thing that kept me on campus were my football friends, right? I played football for 4 years in college, and that was my cohort. That's why I came back to work with my teammates and to have those special relationships. In fact, from freshman to sophomore year, I talked one of my teammates out of dropping out, and that's what teammates do. Building those special relationships is important. And I'll go one step further. 5 years ago, I had the good fortune of being able to donate a kidney to my college roommate. Now, believe it or not, we were 6 of us in our room, and I still speak with them daily. These phone things with the little chats, right, are great. 5 years ago, all 5 of us in our rooming group were a match for my college roommate, the 6th one. 2 of us got in the finals, and because I was in the best shape, I got to give him my kidney. Do I expect, you look left and right, I don't expect you're going to donate a kidney to someone. I hope if you get a chance you would do it. But what I'm saying is I hope if you could that you feel like you would. And that means that you are building great friendships here today. And hopefully you'll be friends for years from now. This year, my college roommates and I just turned 60. I know I don't look it, I look at peak performance, right? We traveled, we went to Normandy together to celebrate our 60th birthdays together. So I hope you'll have that special relationship too. And most importantly, let me say to the family and friends here this evening, thank you. Thank you for providing the support to make your students successful enough to make the Honor Society so soon in their career. Another thing that the provost and I really like doing is shaking hands. We're not looking forward to you graduating anytime soon, but we get to shake your hands when you walk across that stage at commencement. And I can't wait to the time when you finished your journey here and then you go on to your next phase. So to all the parents and the friends and family members who are here in support, thank you. And most importantly to my cohort, right? I am a first-gen student as well. Congratulations on your great success here at Salem State. That is why we are here. We have a vice president whose only job is student success because that's so important. Everything we do in the PEC is about your student success. So again, congratulations. Stay warm this weekend, right? And hopefully we have a lot of Patriots fans in this room as well. Thank you so much. I think next, right, Natasha Michelle coming up to explain, right? Thank you.
Thank you, President Keenan. Your support and leadership are greatly appreciated. 1 second, sorry. My name is Natasha Galiatsados, and I serve as a success coach in the Office of Student Success in the first year experience. I am also working on my master's in criminal justice here at Salem State. As a first-generation college student, most of my academic journey has been guided in navigating through the unknown. There was no example to follow in my family of choosing courses, knowing what questions I should be asking, and understanding the opportunities that were in front of me. Many steps in my academic and professional career were taken with uncertainty, guided only by determination to succeed, and prayers that I was going in the right direction. That uncertainty became even more real when I began applying to graduate schools. I had no direction when applying to undergrad and absolutely no clue where to start with master's programs. I took it upon me to reach out to professors for help, and trust that I was going to find the school and program best fitting to my goals. In those times where I felt lost and second-guessing if I was cut out for graduate school, it became most clear to me that it was me that got myself here, and it was going to be me who pushes myself further to succeed. It made me reflect on other first-generation students who were in the same boat and feeling challenged with similar feelings and doubt. In those moments where you feel at a pause, surrounded by uncertainty, let those feelings ignite a flame to pursue the dream you came to follow. First-generation students, I've noticed time after time we have one of the greatest strengths being our ability to overcome what is in front of us and lift ourselves up as we continue further. All of you in front of me today have built a future for yourselves through a tremendous effort of hard work, resilience, and perseverance. You should all be extremely proud of yourself for all it took to get you here today. Today, I am honored to stand before you as the co-advisor of the Tri Alpha Honor Society. This position allows me to support and advocate for our first-generation students as they continue their journey to succeed and thrive. Please know that I am so proud of each and every one of you standing in front of me today. Every experience you had to overcome to be where you are today matters and does not go unnoticed. Your dedication and passion for excellence is truly inspiring and is something to celebrate and be proud of. You all have proven that success is possible even when the path is not clearly marked. Congratulations to everyone for this well-deserved achievement. Thank you. We are now honored to introduce the president of the Tri Alpha Executive Board, Michelle Lesperance, to share information about the organization. Thank you.
Hi guys, good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. I will be explaining how my life has been impacted as a first-generation student. Being a first-generation college student means learning how to navigate college without a roadmap. It means figuring things out as you go, even when you feel behind or unsure if you belong. My first year was honestly one of the hardest. I was a part of the Promise Year program, which was an amazing opportunity where I met so many incredible people, one of them being my friend Destiny, who I'm proud to be inducting today. With that program, it helped me meet so many people, but in the same breath, I felt so alone, like I didn't have anyone by my side. I was pushed into attending college by my parents, who helped me choose this school because I had the opportunity of the Promise Year program. But I had no idea what I wanted to do. That uncertainty led me to switch my major 3 times and even question whether college was even cut out for me, especially when my grades weren't great and I wasn't really making the best friends. What helped me turn things around was reminding myself how lucky I was to be in this position. Even though I didn't find too many people in my first year, which was very stressful for me, I eventually found my community through Tri Alpha Honor Society. Today, I'm proud to be a lead mentor of the Promise Year program, a mentor of the School of Business for Freshmen, and an active member of all these other clubs, and of course, president of Tri Alpha Honor Society. Being a first-generation student taught me, like a glow stick, in order to glow, you must break. The challenges I faced didn't stop me, they shaped me. I'm still figuring things out, but I'm proud to say that I stayed and built something meaningful. Alpha 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 was founded at Moravian College, which is now Moravian University, in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, with 100 individuals as the inaugural class. Incorporated as a not-for-profit organization, the society has spread quickly with over 315 chapters established on universities across the nation in just 6 short years, with Salem State being the 137th chapter established. Today, after receiving your materials, you will be signing your name into the history of our chapter's log as an inaugural member of the chapter here. I welcome you to embrace the pride for all of your efforts. The logo or key includes the number 2018, which is the year of Alpha Alpha Alpha, or Tri Alpha for short. Today you will be receiving a membership pin with the organization's logo, a star in the center of several circles indicating the various communities in which you are a part of. The community of Salem State, the community of Salem, and the North Shore, Massachusetts, and the community of the wider country. On your membership pin, you will also see the words First Gen, so that you can proudly proclaim your identity, highlighting the importance of this journey for you. The star in the logo represents you. You are the star in your family, lighting the way for others to follow your beacon of light. Remember that you are the beacon of light to someone else too, and you have the responsibility to lead others to light. The cords you receive today are both blue and silver. Using these colors of Moravian University, where the society was founded, the blue represents Salem State, and the silver/gray color is the color of every first-generation student at this university, representing them. Being a first-generation student that is a part of Tri Alpha shows that you've chosen a path towards higher education and your ability to reach goals. Work hard and set an example of dedication and determination for those around you. This is your journey to celebrate today and every day you are at Salem State. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Michelle. We continue to just be so impressed with everything you have done here at Salem State. Your light shines bright, and we're excited to see all the changes you are going to make as you continue growing with us. I now would like to welcome to the podium another peak at the university, and I have to pause for a second and say not every event on our campus gets all of the top leadership here, and I think that you all should take a moment to just recognize that we are so lucky because this is such a passion project for them. But another one of the peaks is our provost and academic vice president for the university, Dr. David Silva.
I wasn't quite sure if this was going to be read my words or tell a story. So let me tell a story. One of my most salient memories as a kid, I do this every year. I do. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so bear with me. Was going to my mother's high school graduation. I was in the 5th grade. You see, my mom dropped out of high school at Cambridge Latin School because I came along. And back then, that's what a girl did. She married the guy, who is my dad, and by the way, they are still married and have been married for 61 years. I so admire my mom for going back and getting it done. Another salient memory of my growing up was When we moved from Cambridge to Medford, go Mustangs, my grandmother lived with us for a while. In Cambridge, I lived in a 3-family household. And in Medford, for many years, we were a 3-family household. And I don't know, many of you probably live with your siblings, your parents, and maybe a grandparent as well. And a 3-generation household can get really, really busy. But my grandmother moved in with us because it was close to where she worked, which was Tufts University. So my grandma worked at a university too. She cleaned the bathrooms. She didn't live long enough to see that her grandson would grow up to lead a university. And for me, that is the essence of the American dream. My mom and dad came to the United States as immigrants. My mom is a refugee, in fact. And I'm sure, we share a lot of similar stories. And President Keenan's right. I don't know that there's another school in this country where every single president and vice president is a first-generation college student. I don't presume to know what your life is like today, but I have a little bit of an idea. Because when I got to college, I didn't have people to lean on. Let me tell another story. We were in my first-year dorm, freshman dorm, and we were having a conversation as first-year students. Somehow, we got onto the topic of socks. Okay? And my friends were talking about their dads and their work socks. Work socks, work socks. And I said, right. And they said, well, work socks are black socks. And I said, what do you mean work socks are black socks? And they were like, well, of course, like you go to work, you put on your suit, you put on your black socks. In my world, work socks were white socks because you wore them with your uniform and your steel-toed boots, which is what my dad did for years and years. I have to tell you, I was embarrassed in that moment. I felt like, what am I doing here? I don't belong. You are the reason we get up every morning. Because we know you may have similar situations, and sometimes you're going to wonder, like, what does this mean? Credit hour, office hours, syllabus, literature review, But see, here's the thing. You persisted. You kept going. And I bet you, you asked a lot of questions. So, I don't know if you want to hear any advice, but I'm going to give one tiny little bit. And it's these words. For the rest of your life, lead with curiosity. Don't lead with resentment. Don't lead with anger. Always lead with curiosity. Be interested in the other person. Be interested in what happened. Don't imagine what it is. Ask questions. You have asked questions. You have figured out the code. And you are here because you've been successful. So, do stay connected to one another. Do seek mentors, continue to seek mentors. Do become mentors. You are important to the ones who will follow behind you. And that might be younger siblings, that might be cousins, that might be people you don't even know yet. But they're watching you, and they're watching your success. And when you encounter an obstacle in your life, as you surely will, because I'm sure you already have, if that happens here at Salem State, I want you to remember, you belong here. You have earned your place here. You belong here. And we are looking forward to see you cross that stage, whenever that might be, sooner than later we hope, without much student debt. And we're going to be there, and we're going to continue to cheer you on, because remember, I get up every morning to go to work, and I have for the past 33 years in higher education, because of you. Thank you for that privilege, and congratulations.
Thank you for your support, Dr. Silva, and for continually reminding us that what we learn in these halls has power and will propel us through this world. Stories matter, emotions matter. We're also excited for you. We just are bursting. So finally, it's with great pleasure that I introduce our keynote speaker for this evening, Amaryllis Torres-Nunez. Amaryllis has a degree in zoology and anthropology with a minor in psychology from Ohio Wesleyan University. And if you were to look at her resume, I feel inadequate, which is why we hired her. She serves as a full-time success coach in our First Generation Student Success Center. She's an accomplished researcher and presenter, having spoken internationally about first-generation student issues, while also being on the ground, working individually here to help students achieve their goals. If you haven't had a chance to connect with her, I encourage you to do so later at the receptions. She's an inspirational powerhouse and someone we are privileged to work with. Amaryllis?
Let's see. Whoops. Well, I guess I'm just going to hold this then. Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you, Matthew, for that beautiful intro. I'm a little nervous. The imposter syndrome is definitely kicking in with having such an amazing introduction to that. So hopefully my speech is up to par. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate our newest members of Tri Alpha Honor Society here at Salem State University. Tri Alpha is not just an academic distinction. Remember, it is a recognition of strength. It is one of determination, of resilience, and of excellence among our first-generation community. Tonight, we are simply not recognizing good grades or high GPAs. We are honoring a journey, one that began long before any of us ever stepped foot on campus. A journey that started with one singular, audacious dream. A dream to make history, a dream to be the first, a dream to persist in institutions that were never designed with us in mind, and we succeeded anyways. For generations, systems of higher education have placed barriers in front of students like us, barriers rooted in access, resources, representation, and expectation. And yet, here we are. Not by accident, not by luck, but because you refuse to let those barriers define your future. This moment, this room, the celebration, and even the future memory of caps soaring through the air at commencement is so much more than a ceremony. It is proof that perseverance works. It is evidence that resilience is powerful. It is a milestone of a journey shaped by courage. And that journey is one of the most profound and transformative parts of being a first-generation student. And I don't say this as somebody standing outside of the experience. I say it as somebody who lived it. I was a first generation too, as Matthew said, and I remember what it felt like to walk on campus carrying pride, fear, and responsibility all at once. As the oldest sibling of 8 and of a single mother who sacrificed everything to make sure that I was able to get my degree in the US, I remember that pressure like it was yesterday. I remember staring at these forms written in a language that I didn't even speak yet, sitting in classrooms where I questioned whether I belonged and wondering if struggling meant I wasn't cut out for this, when in reality it meant that I was doing something that I'd never been taught how to do, but I had audacity. There were moments in my academic career when I thought success meant doing everything on my own, that asking for help somehow meant that I wasn't strong enough, and I learned, sometimes the hard way, that resilience isn't about isolation. It's about learning when to reach out. And this is why first-generation work matters so deeply to me. That's why I stand here, not just as a success coach, not just as a professional, but as somebody who understands the journey from inside out. Being first gen often means navigating college while carrying responsibilities far beyond the classroom. It means figuring out as you go. Translating financial aid forms, fancy academia speak without a guide or translator, navigating course schedules without a blueprint, balancing jobs, familiar responsibilities, the cultural expectations of the hidden curriculum, or sometimes even guilt, all while trying to survive midterms and finals. It means being courageous enough to ask questions when nobody in your family has the answers, being confident enough to advocate for yourself in spaces where you may not feel seen or heard, and it means to have the determination to still show up day after day with the hope of creating something better, not just for yourself, but everyone watching you. Let's be honest. The journey is not for the faint of heart. There were, or maybe, late nights where sleep felt optional. There were, or maybe, tears, sometimes in silence. There were, or maybe, imposter syndrome, whispering in your ear that you didn't belong and that somebody eventually is going to find you out. And there were moments of doubt, exhaustion, and even regret. Moments when quitting felt easier than continuing. And for some of us, like myself, there were moments where we had to explain to our loved ones why we couldn't come home. Why we were tired, why we were stressed, or why we had to keep pushing forward even when the weight of the world felt heavy on our shoulders. But despite that, you all persisted. Every single person in this room understood what that journey demanded. You met it with academic excellence, discipline, with sacrifice, and even unshakable commitment to your future. You carried not only your own dreams, but the dreams of those who came before you, the dreams of your parents, your grandparents, siblings, and communities who never had access to this space, but believed in you enough to cheer you on anyways, whether in person or in spirit. And today, you made them proud. As members of Tri Alpha, you now represent more than personal success. You represent possibility. You are living proof to other first-gen students on this campus that they belong here, that they are capable, and that their stories matter, and that their goals are within reach. However, I do want you to hear this clearly and without hesitation. If there's one thing that I am saying, it is this. Please hear me. You are not meant to do this alone. If this journey has taught us anything, it is that strength does not mean silence, that resilience does not mean isolation, and that asking for help is not weakness. It is a strategy for survival and success. As members of Tri Alpha, you are now part of a community that believes in you, supports you, and will walk alongside you through whatever comes next. A community that understands your experience, honors your story, and sees your potential. It is a strategy for survival and success. Here at Salem State, that community is also real and is present, with things such as the First Generation Student Success Center, which exists for moments exactly like that. When the path feels unclear, when the pressure feels heavy, or when you just need somebody to remind you that you belong here, whether it's guidance, encouragement, or you just don't have the time to explain yourself and you just need somebody there, our door is always open. You don't have to carry that weight alone. Because first generation success has never been about doing it by yourself. It has always been about finding your people and moving forward. So I want you to pause and truly remember the power that you possess. The power to set a goal and achieve it. The power to rewrite narratives, and the power to open doors that once felt permanently closed. Because you are not just the first, you are the beginning. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Nerves my butt. Like, come on now. You, again, are so amazing. We are so lucky to have you here at Salem State. You truly represent the very best and are going to go far. And we hope we get to be on that journey with you the whole way. Can't wait to see what comes next. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're now at that point that you've all been waiting for, where we start to turn our attention to all of you in the center area. So I'm going to ask Natasha to come forward.
We would now like to ask the initiates to stand for the reading of the National Initiation Pledge. We will not ask you to repeat the pledge after us because it's a little bit long, but at the end to ask you to enthusiastically accept the Pledge of Initiation. You could all stand maybe? We will now perform the Initiation Pledge. Being first can be hard. Being first can be scary. Being first can be exciting. As part of the first generation in your family to go to college, you are a source of pride and guidance to others. By accepting membership in the Tri Alpha Honor Society, you recognize your responsibility to your family and to future generations of first, to finish what you started, to be their compass leading them to their destination when the way seems uncertain, to be their light in darkness, and to support others in their own journey of first. By accepting membership in the Tri Alpha Honor Society, you accept the obligation of thanking those who paved the way before you and who made this journey possible for you. By accepting membership in the Tri Alpha Honor Society, you accept the responsibility of helping others as you have been helped, or as you perhaps wish you had been helped. to serve as mentors and guides for the next group of students to step foot on a college campus as the first in their family or circle of friends. By accepting membership in the Tri Alpha Honor Society, you have an obligation to take pride in your achievements and share your story so that others learn of your accomplishments and can share in the joy of your successes. If you accept these responsibilities, please respond with, I do. I do. Congratulations.
Wonderful. You may sit down. Okay, we are now going to formally initiate each member to Tri Alpha. My staff will be calling you forward by row. You will move down this aisle, around the back, and you will sign our membership book, receive your certificate, and then come forward to this area. The membership book is your opportunity to forever record your place in our chapter, joining hundreds of members from previous years. With each progressive year, members will visibly see the depth and breadth of the community that has been formed over time. In traditional ceremonies, names are read and students come forward, and we're going to deviate from that tradition of our voices holding privilege in this moment. Instead, we're going to honor and amplify each of your voices. You don't want to hear from me anymore. As you approach, we're going to ask that you announce yourself. You can say your name, express your moment at this time, and then share a thank you for who you're doing this for. You can say, my name is Matthew, I'm doing this for my grandmother. You can just say, I'm Matthew, I thank everybody here, whatever you would like to do. In addition, we encourage you, that single statement so that we can sort of move along. Who are you proud to call an inspiration? You'll then move to the center of the room where each member will receive their membership pin and the society cords. And then you'll keep moving to the end where you'll be professionally photographed by our photographer. Those pictures will be available in a couple weeks that we will notify you about. When you receive your cord, you were able to tell us as you checked in whether you wanted to keep it or return it for safekeeping for graduation. We're happy to hold on to it. We aren't able to replace it if you lose it, so to make your decision. All right, so the first row is going to start moving forward. And while they are coming forward and getting prepared, let me say to those gathered here in support, in similar ceremonies of this nature, guests are often encouraged to hold their applause until the end because it's formal and serious. Tonight, this ain't that kind of show. We encourage you to make as much noise as you like for each of our initiates. This is a celebration and one that deserves some energy put behind it. That's okay, say it loud. Say it loud.
Let's go!
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Hi, I'm Taylor Tenaglia. I'm a first-generation student and graduating with my master's in May. And I couldn't have done this without my mom. She's watching from Florida right now. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name's Nadia Arguello. I'm in the BSW program. I graduate next year, and I am doing this for my daughter. She's sitting right here, and for my partner of 31 years. Thank you.
You got this.
Hi, my name is Nancy Gutierrez, and I'm majoring in early education, and I'm doing this for my 4 kids.
There you go.
Hello, I'm Gabriella Lucarati. I am graduating this spring with my bachelor's in psychology, and I'm doing this for my 2 sisters.
Hello, my name is Aiden Gibson. Unfortunately, I'm stuck here for 2 more years. I blame you, since you're my dean. And what I'm most proud is that I'm technically the 2nd generation after my grandparents to receive my degree.
Hi, my name is Aurora Belanti, and I'm graduating this May with a bachelor's in healthcare studies. And I'm doing this for my mom because she never got the chance to, and she's just an angel sent from God, and I'm so blessed that she's my mom. So.
Hi, I'm Olivia Sawal. I'm the class of 2027, and I'm doing this for my grandparents and my mother.
Hi, y'all. I am Dylan Newell. I actually just graduated this past December and will be walking this spring. I do this for my wife and my 5-year-old son to show them they can do anything.
And I have to say, Dylan drove here from Western Massachusetts for this today, so thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ruben Martinez. I will hopefully be graduating by this summer. I'm actually doing it for my fiance over there who's actually pregnant, and we're actually expecting our baby this April.
Hi, my name is Genesis Shower, and I'm doing this for my parents and my younger brother who's actually freshman in college right now. So.
You are inspiration.
Hi, I'm Andrea Corliss, and I want to thank my parents for their always supporting me in this journey.
Hi, I'm Zoe Caldwell. I'll be graduating next year, and I'm doing this for the little girl who always believed in herself and my mom who fought so hard for me not to be here today.
Hi, my name is Destiny Bean. I'm graduating this May with a bachelor's in psychology, and I'm doing this for my grandparents. Love you guys.
Hi, my name is Kim Long Kang. I'm a junior, and I'm doing it for my 2 little brother and my cousin and my parents. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kiana Alexis, and I am graduating this spring with my master's in higher education. And I did this for myself, most importantly, as I've been the backbone, but also to my supporters and my family who've led the way, and just glad to be the first person in my family to get my master's. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Gianna Forlizzi. I am the one faculty staff member here being inducted today. I did this for my parents who gave me everything they didn't have, especially my mother who always had an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and instilled that in me from a young age. And I want to thank Salem State, a place that I love and believe in so much that even though I crossed the stage in 2022, I came right back and said, let me be a part of this. So thank you guys.
And I have to say, we had a little speech prepared. Gianna snuck in with the students because she believes so strongly in connecting with her fellow Vikings. But to let you know about Gianna, she currently works for our admissions office, helping more students discover the magic at Salem State. She has a degree in philosophy from Salem State with minors in English and Spanish, was a member of our first-year honor society, is a published poet in our university's literary journal, Soundings East, worked multiple jobs to fund her education, and we are so really proud to welcome her as a member of our faculty and staff. Tri Alpha allows faculty and staff who didn't have the opportunity at their undergrad to be recognized to join when they work at an institution that has a chapter. So we're thrilled to provide that opportunity to have her join us. You should get to know her. She's awesome.
Hi, my name is Daria Solomon, and I'm doing this for my husband, my mom, and the rest of my family. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lily Kimball Hill. I'm doing this for my grandparents and my 3 siblings.
Hi, my name is Rachel Romano. I'm doing this for my parents and for my cousin who also went to Salem and inspired me to come here.
Hi, my name is Giovanni Desir. First and foremost, I want to give all the glory to God. But I'm here doing this for my mom and my dad, for everything that they've done for me, and I love you guys so much, and thank you.
Hi everyone, I want to thank my mom who raised me and my brothers as a single mom,
And I'm doing this for my son, Mohammed, 6 years old, and my husband. Thank you for always being there.
Hi, my name is Shirley Porcena. I am a nursing major and a Spanish minor. I'm here because of the sacrifice of my immigrant parents and grandparents who didn't have the opportunity, and I'm doing it for my 4 kids who are here with me, and I hope one day they understand the sacrifice, missing basketball, soccer, volleyball games, because it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Hi, my name is Martin Gandry. I'm doing this as a reminder for me and my family that any weapon formed against us shall not prosper.
Hi, my name is Christina Tataku. I'm doing this for my parents. Thank you, Mama and Baba.
Hello, my name is Clarissa Garcia. I'm doing that for my mom and my grandma. Unfortunately, she died, but I know she's gonna be so proud of me.
Hi, I'm Kayla Finnemore Flister. I'm doing this for my family and my husband. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Yusuf Jabari. I'm doing this for my parents, and I would like to thank him for supporting me throughout my academic experience. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lauren Donahue. I'm proud to be doing this for my mom and dad that's over there and my 2 older brothers at home.
Hi, my name is Nathan Santos, and I'm doing this for my mom, my dad, and my grandmother who were never able to go to college.
Hi, my name is Claire Montero, and I'm doing this for my family and myself.
Hello, my name is Destiny Olama Ebuta. I'm doing this for my mom and my 3 siblings. Just telling them that you can do anything you put your mind to. My major is nursing with a minor in psych and bio.
Lady.
Hi, my name is Jessica Lima. I'm doing this for my mom, dad, and sister. I really appreciate their support.
Hello everyone, my name is Precious Adelu. I'm a 2nd year nursing student, and I'm doing this for my parents to appreciate the sacrifices that they made for me to be able to be here.
Hello, my name is Rihanna. I'm a nursing student. I'm gonna graduate in May. I'm doing this for thank you. I'm doing this for my mom and my 2 sisters.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Melanson. I'm a sophomore here at Salem State, and I wouldn't be able to do this without the help of my parents who worked very hard to afford me the opportunities that they did not. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carol Ann Ledger, and I'm graduating in May with my bachelor's degree in psychology. I'm here because my mom gave me every opportunity that she never had, and I am honoring as well my little brother today, who is the reason that I get up every morning and strive to be somebody that he's going to be proud of. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jasandra. I'm graduating this May. I'm doing this for my siblings and my mom, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my best friends who are right over here.
Thank you. I'm Alexander Carabellis, class of 2027, and I'm doing this for my family. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Diana. I got my undergraduate
at Salem in psychology and getting my master's in May in social work. I do this primarily for God and for my parents.
Hi everyone, my name is Faith Makosi. I'm doing my master's in accounting. I'm supposed to graduate next year. I'm doing this for my mom and my husband. How I wish my mom was here. She's actually a million miles away. I wish you could see all of this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marisabel Pimentel, and I've been inspired by my parents who immigrated to this country very fearlessly and were able to give me and my siblings the life that they never had, and for that I'm forever grateful.
Hi, my name is Jalen Nieves, and I'm graduating in May with my undergraduate in healthcare studies with a concentration in Spanish. I want to thank my parents for always paving the way and supporting me no matter the distance. My dad and my mom back there, who also drove 2 hours from Western Mass.
Awesome. Nice.
Hi, my name is Janae Lee Morales, and I will be graduating in the spring with a bachelor's in healthcare studies. I'm doing this for my family, especially my parents, who both gave up their own education for mine, and for my community, as I'm the only female athlete to go to college for a sport.
Hi everyone, my name is Ana Evelyn Maldonado, and I'm proud to honor my family, my parents who immigrated from Nicaragua, and my younger sister Eileen, who her and I are both first-generation students. And I did this for myself too, to show others that no matter what challenges you face, you can persevere if you push yourself and believe in yourself enough. So thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Danny DeWong. I'm a senior at Salem State, and I'll be graduating this May with a Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice and a Forensic Science minor. I just want to thank my family and my old mentors, especially Sergeant Major McFadden. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brittany. I'm doing this for my family.
Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm doing this for my mom and my siblings. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nancy Martinez, and I could go on and on, but I want to tell you that it's never too late to go back to school. I was born and raised in Guatemala. I never thought that this could be possible. I am getting my master's in May, and I get really emotional because I'm over 50, and I never thought I would be standing here. So I'm going to get my master's in social work. My work is very much behind me, but today I stand here because I dedicate this to my husband, Orlando Martinez, and my daughter, who's standing over there. Her name is Kelly Martinez, and I have to tell you a really short story. I'm sorry. So this is my third year, right? And on my first year, I remember crying, going to the library to get help on how to write my papers in APA style. I had no idea what APA was, and I almost quit that day, but I remember my daughter, who's standing over there, who struggles in school, and I was like, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. So thank you, and I love you both very much. I couldn't be here without you here. Thank you.
Want me to hold it?
Well, hello, I'm Jamilex Rivero, and I'm doing this for my babies.
What are your names?
And their name, this one is Jamie Lev, and this one is Chamileshka, and they've been with me my whole journey of college. And I'm so glad to have them in my life. Thanks.
Yay, Mom! Yes! Oh, hi! We get a high five? Yes! Oh. Well, we're hoping to see both of them back here in just a couple of years. A round of applause for everybody. Congratulations. I know that was nerve-wracking for some people. I, too, don't like speaking in public, but I think it's really important that your voices are heard tonight. Your voices continue to be heard. You have so much to say, and we also have so many people who continue to provide us inspiration that we need to remember to thank on a regular basis. That being said, before we let you go to the cupcakes, let me say that the National Office allows each chapter the honor of selecting one or more honorary initiates for their work in supporting first-generation students. If you'll bear with me, we have two individuals who have worked tirelessly in support of students to honor this evening. First, and I'll say their name first so they're prepared, Lindsay Aubin is currently the Administrative Assistant for the Office of Student Success in the First Year Experience. Much of what you receive, see, hear, and engage with through our area is because she has been handling it. I told you I had to prep you. She provides support also to our First Generation Student Success Center, and more specifically is keeping things moving with the administrative operations in Tri Alpha, handling both campus matters and serving as a connection with the National Office. A proud graduate of Salem State University with a Bachelor's of Science in Biology, earning a 3.56 overall GPA, Lindsay returned to the university to be part of our team several years ago. Since then, she has become simply invaluable. We couldn't do what we do without her lifting us up. When I left the National Office know we would like to initiate her, their response was an immediate, within literally 3 minutes, email. That's amazing, she's awesome. So, Lindsay, your family is watching online right now, so we're going to thank you for all you do, and please come forward to the line and say who you're doing this for.
I'm doing this for my family who is in Western Mass and my fiance, Derek.
They're all watching. Our final initiate this evening is someone who has officially been at Salem State since 2014, but I think may have been connected in a consulting role prior to that, and has developed a deep love for the institution and the students. As the current Vice President for Student Success, Bonnie Galinsky possesses a purpose-driven passion for what she does, to make students' lives better, easier, and more engaging. Sorry, the story of the mom making me cry. Throughout her various roles at Salem State over the years, in every meeting I've ever been in with her, every opportunity that is presented, Bonnie's response is always, let's do it, let's make it happen. Students are her passion, and as she frequently states, education is the best personal investment you'll ever make. She possesses a Bachelor of Arts in Communications from SUNY Plattsburgh and a Master's of Education in Higher Education Administration from Boston University. Bonnie knows the difference a place like Salem State University can make in the lives of students and is relentless in her advocacy. Fun fact, Bonnie and I grew up in the same very small town in upstate New York and went to the same high school, different years. But it's with utmost pleasure that I'm able to initiate her into Tri Alpha. Her family are also watching on Zoom, celebrating with us. Her daughter, when I Facebooked her, because you know I'm old, Facebooked her daughter, was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So your daughter is out there as well with everyone. So Bonnie, please come forward to be initiated and recognized.
Wow, I definitely was not expecting this. Thank you so much, Matthew. Hello, family. I, too, did this for my family and my parents years ago. And, yeah, Matthew and I one day were talking, and I'm like, you don't happen to be from upstate New York, do you? And he's like, yeah, but you wouldn't know the town. I said, well, where? And he's like, New Hartford. I'm like, I went to New Hartford High School. So very similar, but congratulations to the students. I mean, this is amazing. I'm kind of shaking right now, and usually I speak in front of a lot of people, but I want to congratulate all of you and thank you. This was very unexpected, and I really appreciate it. So, great.
And you can head down with that. The National Office in developing the logo for Tri Alpha and its symbolism has asked us to share the following as we come to a close. Take a moment to look around you, around your full circle wherever you are. You are the star in the middle of someone else's circle, just as you are in the circle surrounding someone else's star. We are all connected here, in this society, and in this community. As Shakespeare once said, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. We encourage you to go forth and live in the light, proudly proclaiming that you are first generation and members of Tri Alpha. Following this event, before we leave, we're going to have all of the initiates go over to the corner in front of the curtain to do a group photo. And then afterwards, you're invited to join us either in the MLK room, which is just on the other side of this wall, or downstairs on the first floor in the commuter lounge. There are cupcakes, coffee, hot chocolate, strawberry lemonade, and photo opportunities in both locations, so visit both. We encourage you to take lots of photos, celebrate your success. You can take photos in here as well when we're done. Again, the photographs taken this evening by the professional photographer will be available in a couple of weeks. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our speakers this evening for joining us on a Friday night, for our families for joining us, and for all of the student staff, the graduate and the professional staff from my office who've been making this happen and have been working for several weeks to make sure it went off without a hit. Thank you to everybody who's assisted us. Now we'd like to allow the initiates to come forward and take a group photo. Family members, feel free to take your photo as well. Thank you for attending. Stay well, stay warm, and continue finding moments of hope, peace, and joy to keep you going.